We have a right triangle. The area of the triangle is exactly 64, and the hypotenuse is exactly 16. Using only those two numbers, can we determine the measure of the acute angle at the top, which we'll call angle X? It turns out we can. And the solution relies on a beautiful algebraic observation. Let's call the vertical height of the triangle A, and the horizontal base B. First, let's use the area formula. For a right triangle, the area is 1/2 times the base times the height. So we have 1/2 times A times B equals 64. Multiplying both sides by 2 gives us A times B equals 128. That's our first equation. Let's keep it in mind. Now let's use the fact that this is a right triangle. According to the Pythagorean theorem, a squared plus b squared equals 16 squared. And 16 squared is 256. So our second equation is a squared plus b squared equals 256. Now comes the clever part. Take a close look at these two equations. A times b equals 128, and a squared plus b squared equals 256. What happens if we multiply the first equation by 2? We get 2 times a times b equals 256. But that's exactly the same value as a squared plus b squared. Now let's bring in a classic algebraic identity. The quantity a minus b, all squared, equals a squared plus b squared minus 2 times a times b. Substituting what we know, we get the quantity a minus b squared equals 256 minus 256, which simplifies to the quantity a minus b squared equals 0. And if the square of a number is 0, the number itself must be 0. So, a minus b equals 0, which means a equals b. That's a beautiful result. The height and the base have exactly the same length. In other words, this is an isosceles right triangle. And whenever a right triangle is isosceles, its two acute angles are equal. Since the right angle already accounts for 90 degrees, the remaining 90 degrees must be shared equally by the other two angles. So each acute angle measures exactly 45 degrees. Therefore, angle X is 45 degrees. If you enjoyed this clever shortcut, be sure to like the video, and I'll see you in the next one.